Hi, my name is Amina Change. I'm about to start my presentation. So, first of all, why is advocacy an important part of social work practice? Advocacy is at the very core of social work. It's what elevates the profession beyond providing immediate support. It drives real, lasting change. As social workers, we don't just help individuals navigate challenges. We challenge the system and policies that create those challenges in the first place. Without advocacy, social work would be like putting a bandage on a deep wound. It might provide temporary relief. It wouldn't address the root cause of the problem. Advocacy takes many forms. It can be as personal as standing up for an individual client's rights, ensuring they receive the services they need, or as broad as pushing for policy changes that impact entire communities. What makes advocacy so powerful is that it gives a voice to those who are often unheard. Whether they are children in foster care, individuals struggling with mental health issues, or families facing housing insecurities. Our advocacy effort that has deeply resonated with me involves working with youth in foster care. These young individuals often feel unheard and overlooked, moving from home to home without a stable sense of belonging. I've seen social workers step up to advocate for better support systems, fighting for policies that provide consistent mentorship, improve mental health services, and increase access to education. Advocacy in this space isn't just about finding temporary place for them to stay. It's about making sure they have long-term resources they need to build stable and fulfilling future. Another advocacy effort I've witnessed is also in the mental health space. Many people, particularly in undeserved communities, struggle to access mental health services they desperately need, whether it's due to financial barriers, lack of available providers, or the stigma surrounding mental health. These barriers can prevent people from seeking the help they actually need. Social workers have played a crucial role in advocating for expanded mental health coverage, increased funding for services, and education to minimize mental health discussions. This type of advocacy has real life changing impact. It means fewer people suffering in silence and more people getting the help they actually need moving forward. Advocacy isn't always easy. It requires persistence, courage, and a willingness to challenge unjust systems. But it is necessary. Without advocacy, many of the social changes we take for granted today, like anti-discrimination laws, child welfare protection, and accessible healthcare, wouldn't exist. Ultimately, advocacy in social work isn't just about helping people survive their immediate struggles. It's about ensuring they have the opportunity to thrive. It's about creating a world where no one is left behind, where policies reflect the needs of all people, and where justice and equity aren't just ideas but realities. That's why advocacy is not just important, it's essential to everything we do as social workers. And why do I study social welfare policy? Why study policy matters? It's it's at its core it's at its core for social welfare policy about people, their struggles, their dignity, and their right to live a decent life. It determines whether a single mother can afford childcare while working two jobs, whether an elderly man receives healthcare without worrying about bankruptcy, or whether a homeless veteran finds a shelter on a cold night. Studying social welfare policy helps us understand not just the structures and laws that govern society, but the real life impact they have on millions of individuals. By studying these policies, we can question whether they truly serve those in need, identify gaps that leave people behind, and push the reforms that create a more just society. It also equips us with the knowledge of challenge of challenge systematic inequalities and advocate for policies that prioritize compassion and human dignity over bureaucracy and politics. Some social welfare policies are rarely just about logic and numbers. Sorry, they are deeply tied to values, ideologies, and power. The political landscape determines who gets help, how much help they receive, and whether programs are expanded or dismantled. Political leaders bring their personal beliefs and party ideologies into policy making, often leading to vastly different approaches. For instance, in times of economic crisis, one administration may expand social safety nets to protect vulnerable populations, while another may cut funding, arguing that government assistance creates dependency. The battle between these perspectives is not just theoretical, it affects real people who rely on food assistance, affordable healthcare, and housing support. Moreover, social movement, public opinion, and media narratives shape how politicians respond to these issues. When people raise their voices through protest, advocacy, or simply by voting, they influence the direction of social policy. This is why studying a social welfare policy is not just an academic exercise. It is a way to understand and participate in the decision that shapes the life that shapes lives and includes our, that shapes lives that also includes our own lives. Thank you.